يلا انسان الحمد لله وقت صلاه اصلي.
Hi guys, so I found this video online right now, and yeah, I happened to put a comment in that, and somebody replied to me saying this guy doesn't represent the real Islam. So I had a small chat with him. So I want to let other people know that this represents the real Islam, because it is banned. Music is banned in Islam. You know why? Because they say devil brings music, devil created music, so it is banned. It takes humans away from God. I don't know which God they are talking about. They are talking about Allah, which is, I don't consider Allah as God. I consider that as Muhammad's fake ID that the whole world knows. And you can talk with these people, and these people will never ever admit that, because I've did many videos in my regional language and many other language exposing this cult of this Islam and all these evils in Islam, and why people stick on with Islam, because it gives permission and license to do all kinds of trickery and narcissism and mixing everything, denying and putting blame on others, projection and control, and all these things, all these selfish things that one can do, and trick people by saying that it is from God, Allah, and all these things. That is what Muhammad did, and they want to follow that footsteps, and that is what Islam truly is. And why I am saying is because from my real life experience as well. Nobody needs to teach me about Islam, because yeah, I knew Islam. I'm not Muslim. I'm a born Christian, but it's a known fact for everybody that Islam is about trickery. So from childhood itself, we know that. It's not the first time that I'm seeing Muslims and Islam and all these things. I know Islam more than any Muslim. So nobody needs to bring that trickery to me. And energetically, people understand. These Muslim people, when I am around, they understand that this guy knows the trickery, and that doesn't work on this guy. So they make a lot of these issues, lot of these problems, and it is literally impossible to educate these people. So I am doing this video to educate other people, to see them for what they truly are. When you see them for what they truly are, the reality changes. Now the modern world has this internet and education, all this enlightenment and all. That is why a lot of changes happening in the society and in general on the planet. So now we see a different kind of world. Even in the Muslim world, we see a lot of revolutions, difference, because people are seeing this. And one day the Islam will be removed from this planet, and I hope for that that world, that time. And for that I am doing this contribution. And the real life experience that I had, I would want to state that in the country of Qatar, once I was traveling through, because I had a connection flight from Qatar. So when I reached Qatar, I had a small ukulele which went missing in Qatar airport. And yeah, obviously it was taken without my permission and destroyed, and I found that. And yeah, I made a complaint. I made a huge ruckus there. And you know, it's a state of Arabs, and you know this. If people are aware of Islam, there are different versions of Islam that this Muslims doesn't tell you. In Qatar, they promote this version of Salafi Islam, which is closely related to Wahhabi Islam, which is really strict on these kind of things, this haram and halal and all these things. Everything is haram. Whatever that goes beyond their control system is haram. This is like some years back. Some years back means before this World Cup, last World Cup hosted in Qatar. It was really brutal at that time. And yeah, as I said before, time is changing, and Qatar rebranded themselves into a modern country by hosting football World Cup and all those things. But inside the country, the soul of the country, many Islamic countries still run with these indoctrinations that can only be removed by removing this hideous and malicious indoctrination called Islam, which is not even a religion, which is like truly a mafia organization. We in my country, I am from India, So we in India actively working to educate people to rise against this social disaster, let's say, because it's truly against humanity. And whatever that humans enjoy that makes their soul thrive, Islam blocks that, because that is the way of control. You sing, you dance, you elevate your vibe to a different level. That is not affordable in Islam. Islam cannot afford that, because Islam will not exist if you find yourself, find your real power. Islam will never ever exist. The oppression will never ever exist. You should understand the demonic and narcissistic characteristics and indoctrinations in this. And once who understand that are becoming ex-Muslims, and ex-Muslims are coming up every day in my country, and we welcome that, and we actively working to promote that and educate them against this social disaster. So that is what I need to tell these people. These people will claim that no, this is not the real Islam, this is not the real guy who represent the real religion, all these things. These people are like that. Making excuse and claiming is what they do the best. So don't fall prey to all this nonsense. This is utter nonsense. Make your soul dance and sing more than anything. That is the real divine purpose of you, finding yourself. Understand that. And it's not possible in Islam. Take care.